And each gives you the freedom to access your money the way you want, online, through our mobile app, or with your debit card. It's your money and your choice. To learn more about the account that's right for you, stop by one of our offices or visit us at jcsbank.com. Jewett City Savings Bank, member FDIC.
We love the 80s. SNSN.
Your internet home for big 80s hair and big 80s hits.
When you hear the call, you got to get it on your right.
Your community radio.
Live from Main Street.
Mike Minarski and Rich Wasilick in the morning. And 80s all day and night.
SNSN.
Well,
She's running in now.
wow, she's really early.
Yeah. She's ready to go.
Huh?
She's ready to go.
I thought they were coming in at 9.
Usually first thing, I thought, right?
I don't know.
What up?
Well, I thought you were coming in at 9.
Oh, am I?
That's what I thought. I thought it was 9 to 9:30.
Oh, that's funny.
Or has it been that way, or is it?
No, it has been exciting.
All right, never mind. See, I don't have any idea.
But,
I have no idea. I have.
Dana is coming. Dana is my foster. She's coming with the dogs.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
All right.
It's 1 o'clock,
We got time.
2 o'clock, and
So you have no dogs
not
allowed.
too much of fun today.
Huh?
And I will not mess up with your cameras today.
Oh no, it's okay. What kind of doggies do we got coming?
We have a beagle, a senior beagle.
Uh-huh.
He is
Oh.
10 years old.
And that is Blue or Ebbet?
That is Blue.
Okay.
And we have a puppy because everybody loves puppies.
Yeah.
He's an orphan, and his name is Ebbet.
Ebbet. What kind of doggy is Ebbet?
He's an 8 weeks old bulldog mix.
A
Oh,
bulldog?
Yeah.
I see a lot of spit flying around soon.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
No, this lady she fosters both of them.
She's fostering both of them
Okay.
and a couple more.
So the bulldog is 8 months old.
8 weeks.
8 weeks?
Mm-hmm. So it's got another week to go before.
No, he's ready to go today.
Oh, he's not suckling anymore or anything?
No,
Okay.
he's good to go.
Wow.
Now how big will this doggy get?
The bulldog maybe 40.
Or is it how wide would the dog get?
Huge. All right, so we have a full agenda today.
Agendas. My agenda.
Agenda. So we get to all paws on deck. Talking about doggies. Got Ebbet and Blue coming in.
Four-legged friend.
Our four-legged friends. Boy, we got dogs, but guess who's in the room? It's the Buzz Cat. Tommy Buzz Cat Barry in the room.
Mm.
We're talking. Can you be Buzz Dog today? Just because we have puppies coming in, and then there's a bunch of things downtown that we can talk about.
Excellent. Do it up.
Huh?
Do it up.
Yeah.
You want to read this before the dogs come in? Or?
No, because I think we can attack that after 9 o'clock. So. No, let's just listen to Susanna on the phone.
Yeah. I heard a oh no.
Oh no. Yeah.
It's not usually good when someone goes, oh no.
Okay. No, that's okay. Okay. We were doing play-by-play with your phone call. Yeah, we kept hearing you. Okay, all right, yeah, So
It's an adoption check. The person wrote 400. It didn't write 100 or something like that, so they can't take the check.
No.
Oh. So what? Say it again.
He didn't write correctly.
Put the wrong amount.
400. Yeah, she said it would only be accepted as $4. No.
Oh, so you have to get a different check from somebody.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So
I brought a calendar to you.
Oh, cool. You guys are really expanding out, aren't you? Is that Bree?
It looks just
no,
like
on the
Bree, right?
cover.
That's Georgia.
Georgia. Oh, okay. All right.
It's like a twin sister. Georgia was the first one.
Uh-huh.
The first dog number one, the one that ran away. And
Oh, the very first one you got.
yeah.
Okay, all right.
There was 10 days roaming around the city.
Wow.
And the
But you came home. Here, come on over this side. So you can talk into the microphone. Go ahead.
oh, yeah, Georgia was the
There you
number
go.
one, and she's still with me.
How can somebody get one of these calendars?
We can give one away today.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Somebody
we're hanging them up.
who sends us some questions or who answers a question.
Okay. Maybe the Buzz Cat will have something. Hey, I have a question, about rescues in general. So we came up, we heard one about, it was a cat rescue. And they were listing ragdoll kittens for $450. That was the adoption fee and everything. Well, the guy had a Colorado phone number. You talked to him, you could hardly understand him, but the phone number wasn't even really Colorado. It was a Google voice number.
Mm-hmm.
So then he said that the dog, the cat or cats that he has were in Pennsylvania. So he's negotiating, get this, with my 15-year-old daughter about the price of the cat. Of course, she's not being honest with him, but he's like dropping the price from $450 to $150.
Sounds like a scam.
Uh-huh. Yeah, that's exactly what I said. So I had her give me the phone number, and I called the guy, and I said, so I said, you're telling my, he goes, who are you? Well, I'm her father. Her father? Like I said, but in very, very broken English. It was hard to understand him. And I said, yeah. And I said, where are the cats? He says, Pennsylvania. I said, you have a Colorado phone number? And he goes, that's my business number. Is there a problem with that? And I went, no, but there's a problem when you tell my kid that she can have her kitten today and the cat's in Pennsylvania. So I told him, I said, leave it alone. Leave it alone. And he goes, well, I was just trying to help her out. I said, leave it alone. Don't talk to her. I said, you're negotiating with a child. Let it go. So that was the end of it.
Yeah.
I am amazed on how many people still fall for scams.
Mm-hmm.
And even have a hard time sometimes
Sure.
with adopters because everybody's afraid of being scammed.
Yeah.
And I say, just Google us. You're going to see we have a business license. We are a nonprofit, 501c3. And when you are listed on websites like Pet Finder and Adopt a Pet, they are very strict on who they allow into their website. You have to provide a ton of paperwork to prove that you are a legitimate organization. So, yes, you have a chance of getting scammed if you go just off the internet. There's a ton. It's very easy to put up a website and put some cute puppy pictures. And
I think that's what they do, is that they go ahead and they prey on these young kids, and they get them to fall in love with these puppies and kittens. And next thing you know, they're saying, Mommy, Daddy, we need to send money.
Send me a deposit.
Yeah. Yep. So Victoria says that it's way too common. Lots of scam rescues. Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't say scam rescues, but scam people. I think mostly breeders. I don't want to start a war here, breeders versus rescues, but a legitimate rescue, we have a website, and if you a simple Google search, you're going to find our business license, our Connecticut business license. So you can see it's a legitimate business. And all our transactions are done via credit card. So you can always dispute the claim with a credit card.
Yeah.
It's not like you're sending PayPal or WhatsApp or Cash App. Or
we were just talking about
WhatsApp. Yeah.
yeah. I see a lot. Some people asking
Can we
for.
have you come over here? Actually,
Yeah, sure.
I think part of the problem too is the scammers are getting so good they're making it look like legit organizations. Yeah.
I think The problem are the cute pictures.
Oh, they're gonna suck you
They-
in.
That's what I was saying.
They get some really nice stock photos
Yeah.
of gorgeous puppies and corgis, and so people just fall in love out of a desperation because they don't want to go through the trouble of filling out an application. Yeah, we do have an application. We do call your references, and if you rent, we do call your landlord. And some people find this process just a pain in the butt. They just want to write the check and get the dog.
I had one person say to me, "I can't believe this rescue wants to know if I have a fenced-in backyard, and if I don't have a fenced-in backyard, I can't have a dog."
Some
So-
rescues want you to have a fence. We don't require a fence. It depends on the dog. Like right now, we have a dog named Bruno. He's a handsome red heeler. He's a herding breed. That dog needs exercise. If you get the dog to put in an apartment, you're going to go crazy and the dog is going to go crazy.
Yeah.
But some other dogs, like Annabelle, that we had a couple weeks ago, Annabelle will be perfectly fine in an apartment or a small.
Well, that's the
square
one that didn't
footage.
move, right?
She's a little chihuahua.
Yeah.
So speaking of which, there's my daughter in the room now.
Yeah.
Oh, hi.
The one that was getting scammed.
No, go to
She did
pausondeck.org.
get scammed.
Well, she was on her way.
we stopped it
Yeah.
before it
Good job.
happened. So yeah, Rihanna. Hello, good morning, darling.
I almost fell for a scam once. Before I had the rescue, we were looking also for a puppy, and we wanted a corgi. And of course, we went to online and found a cute website. And I was looking for somebody close, and they said they were in New York. Can we visit? Oh no, you can't visit. We deliver. Oh yeah, sure. Send me the cash app. And
that's exactly what it was with this dude yesterday. It was like, he dropped the price. I mean,
That should be a
a third of the price.
That's a flag right there. Yeah.
Right. And then all of a sudden, we'll bring you the animal. It's in Pennsylvania. How are you going to bring it to me? Well, yeah.
but there's so many cat rescues around here. You don't need. We'll find you a cat.
Right.
Yeah.
Cats, it's just our partners in Georgia. They just have more cats than I don't know.
So
than
here's
potato chips.
Here's a question. Let me and I'm going to put this up and see how you would speak to this.
Oh, don't get me in trouble.
No. Ryan says, I was denied adoption once for having an invisible fence, stating it was quote unquote too cruel. Call me old fashioned, but I figure the highway with speeding trucks is more cruel than the fence, and the fence was necessary.
That's a great question. I was denied too.
You were too?
I was denied. Yeah, before I had
The
a rescue.
adoption lady was denied
Yeah,
adoption. That's great.
See, it happens
why-
for the same reason. I didn't have a fence. I wanted before this was before I had rescue. Today I can approve myself.
Mhm.
No, Dana denied me. You're gonna need Dana soon. Dana blacklisted me. But going back to the topic, I saw a gorgeous dog that was just what I was looking for in. Where was she? Down south somewhere, Alabama. I can't remember. And I went through the process. I filled out the application. I called the person. I'm not kidding you. We stayed on the phone for over 1 hour discussing and interviewing, asking me all sorts of questions. And probably like you, I was like, Jesus, I have the perfect family. I am married, 3 kids, cookie cutter family.
Sure.
But okay, we went through the process. It was not just once. We had 3 phone calls over 1 hour each. And in the end, I got denied because I didn't have a fence. Yes,
Really?
I almost lost. And I have an invisible fence too. Not that I didn't have a fence. Same situation as you. I have an invisible fence. And he said invisible fence is not good enough. It's not going to contain this dog. Well, it's each rescue has its own policy.
Mhm.
My neighbor has an invisible fence and he has 2 golden retrievers, I believe. And that's amazing. Those dogs will not cross the border. They will not cross the line. You could think there is a stone wall, 8-foot fence around the property. They will not cross the line. So we do not deny people for not having fences. This is a common myth. Other rescues do, but like I said, each rescue its own policy. We just try to make a good match. Like Bruno would not be a good candidate for you, even for an invisible fence. He is on steroids.
Yeah, some dogs just won't stay in the invisible fence. Some will. Depends on how you train them.
Being a trainer, I failed on the invisible fence training, so I put up a real fence. That was my choice. But there are some good trainers out there, some good invisible fence people out there, and there's dogs and dogs. You would not be denied with our rescue. We would just try to make a good match for you.
Right. Find the right dog.
Yeah.
Yes. Not criticizing other rescues, each on with its own policy, and some do home visits. We find that checking out your social media and doing a drive-by or Google Maps
So you're like GCF, Dog Child Services.
Well, you'd think that some of these rescues would want to get these dogs adopted.
But I think also they have to be careful because really I guess at the end of the day, they've got to make sure that they are humane and looking out for the dog's best interest.
I'm sure you're going to be humane.
Right, but it depends on a personal point of view. For example, I don't like tie outs. I don't like people who leave the dog tied outside. I forgot the name. One of those zip line things that
running line. It's a runner.
A runner.
Yeah. You know, I don't like that kind of stuff. So it is my personal preference. If I have two families, one whose plan it is to put the dog on the dog run zip line thing, and another one who has a fence, you know, odds are I'm gonna go with the family that has a fence. I don't like that tie out thing, but that's a personal preference.
Like I had a rescue one time. They're like, "Well, we're gonna come back and do a surprise visit."
Wow.
And if we don't like what you're doing, we're going to take the dog back. It's like, yeah, good luck with that.
Say, kiss my ass.
Yeah, good luck with that. My 12 gauge says otherwise. Yeah, good luck.
I had a home visit when I was applying before I had the rescue. I applied to foster, and they came to my house, and geez, I spent the whole day scrubbing the house, making it look nice. I didn't want to get rejected. So yes, I had a home visit too. Each own with its own policy, and in the end we all have the same goals.
Just be practical about it, right?
Mm-hmm.
A funny story, yesterday we had an application, and it's a rental, and we call the landlord. As we call the landlord goes, absolutely not, no dogs allowed.
No dogs allowed.
So they failed.
What can we do? It's not your house. Your landlord says no. You work it out with the landlord. But like, you can't get mad at us for denying your application.
Yeah, you got to move at that point.
You guys require a letter from a landlord. When I adopted, they required a letter from the landlord.
We speak to them.
Yeah. Okay.
What are you going to do? It's their house.
So Ryan said that he's the gentleman that asked about the
invisible
fence. He goes, he did both. The chain link fence is more to keep the humans out.
You know, we put up a fence around the property, and I love it, the peace of mind. But I'm also just started dog training class, and they do training with invisible fence too. I can't wait to get to that chapter too. I think it's very effective. I see with my neighbors, it's just you got to put a lot of time in training into it. So it's on you. If you have the time and the commitment, I'm in favor of it. I don't think it's cruel at all.
What about those dog collars, those training collars? There are different types, right? There's, I've seen them that will zap the dog. I don't, they like, little. I don't particularly like those myself.
Well, if you use them right, that's the thing. You got to use them right.
Then there's the type that have two little points. Yeah. And it all does is vibrate.
And that's what the zapping one does first. If you use them right.
Right. But these just vibrate. There's no electrical current. And the last one I saw, which seemed to there's a little bit of vibration, but really it'll spray citronella.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
I had one of those for barking.
Exactly. Well, that's what we have. That's the issue we have with Howie and Henry. Now, we found that even though they were litter mates, these two dogs, Henry was like, okay, I'm going to stop. Howie was like, I don't care.
Yeah, we'll do my thing. That's it.
He kept, I think he's a little bit of a sadist. He just started,
probably enjoyed it. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. And he started barking on purpose, just because
Well, I think it's like any type of training. Some people consider it cruel if you do this one thing. Some people consider it cruel if you do another. What I learned with the dog training was a lot of them are not cruel if you do it correctly.
Dana is lost. I see her car outside. She
She
Do
lost.
you mind if I step out for a second?
No, you can't
How
step
do you
out.
step? We have the
Dogs.
largest sign in town.
You can't step out.
She has never been here before.
So, like, what I learned, like, a lot of the dogs are used to and they're trained by their parents, the parent dogs, by actually taking the dog with its jaws and crushing, like, squeezing it around the neck.
Yeah.
And that's what, like, a lot of the chokers, if you use them correctly, that's what they're actually doing to the dogs the same. But if you're, as long as you're not, like, picking them up and dragging them with that, that's the cruel part. So you got to use it correctly, I guess, is the
because Melissa and I were looking for collars or one day. It's like, no, I did not want to get the zappy kind.
Mm-hmm.
I really didn't. And they're little doggies, I mean, they're little puppies.
Yeah, you can adjust it.
Yeah.
You know what a lot of trainers say? Put it on your neck.
Well, same thing with the vibrating ones.
Yeah.
And I wanted to be really careful with that because I don't want to do it too tight because I don't want to choke them. Uh-oh.
I see her car, but I don't see her.
Uh-oh. Maybe she went into the bank. That's bad. That's happened before. We've had guests come in and they go to the Jewett City Savings Bank. A spray bottle with water helps to curb barking.
Sometimes.
I mean, these two dogs, especially Howie, he doesn't care. I mean, someone will walk by the house and I mean, we're talking, he goes into full boat bark mode. You've seen it. You've heard it. Yeah. You walk your dog and Howie's just like loses his mind. And then Henry, he just kind of follows along with how he does. Howie's like the kid with the leather coat in high school that you kind of wanted to be like. And Henry's like, I'm going to be like you, Howie.
I'm going to go to this unconscious person real quick.
Huh?
You got to go to this unconscious person real quick.
Oh. Well, that's the part of being a first responder. So I've had both people leave me this morning. So we're going to take a quick break and we'll have Susanna come back with her two dogs. We have a couple of dogs that we're going to go ahead and be able to enjoy and have some fun with. As All Paws on Deck Dog Rescue is here, right here at SNSN.
Hi, Miranda Mahoney here from Grizzle Pride, your local drug prevention coalition. So, marijuana, now legal in Connecticut, but there are some things you really should know. It's only legal for people 21 and older. And always, always secure your cannabis products like edibles, vape pens, dabs, and of course marijuana in a locking storage container and keep it out of sight and of reach of kids. Kids don't know the difference between a THC edible gummy and a candy gummy you might buy at a store. There's many resources available at grizzlepride.org or our Facebook and Instagram pages. And parents, you are your child's greatest influence. Talk early, talk often about the risks of substance use on their developing brains. Check out grizzlepride.org. grizzlepride.org. grizzlepride.org.
Life is full of choices. At Jewett City Savings Bank, we can make one choice easy, finding the right checking account. We offer a range of affordable accounts to fit your budget and needs, and each gives you the freedom to access your money the way you want, online, through our mobile app, or with your debit card. It's your money and your choice. To learn more about the account that's right for you, stop by one of our offices or visit us at jcsbank.com. Jewett City Savings Bank, member FDIC.
I can probably hit the green from here.
Probably.
Can I get a mulligan?
Ready to go?
Hey, are you sure you're okay to drive?
Yeah, I'm pretty sober. Yeah, I'm probably okay.
Probably okay isn't okay, especially when it comes to drinking and driving. If you're drinking, call a cab, a car, or a friend. Buzzed driving is drunk driving. A message brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Did you hear that? Mike Minarski and Rich Wasilek in the morning and 80s all day and night.
Whatever you do, don't tell them you listen to internet radio.
Awful entertaining. SNSN.
There are a lot of places that you might think about when it comes time for new tires for your car or truck. But have you thought about Advanced Automotive in Griswold? Trusted for years when it comes to automotive repair, and now for great deals on tires. Advanced Automotive has many suppliers to beat their prices. Let Jess at Advanced show you. Advanced Automotive for repairs and now tires too. Advanced Automotive. Find them on Facebook.
Family owned and operated. That's something you don't hear too often anymore. Highway Campers of Plainfield is now 3 generations in and going strong. If you're looking to upgrade or get your first RV, contact the family that knows RVs, Highway Campers. They'll walk you through the process of finding the right RV for you and can even finance it for you. Visit www.highwaycampers.com and find your home on wheels. After all, home is where you park it. Highway Campers is a proud supporter of Griswold Youth Football.
You buy better. Better with Burns. Much better. So much better with Burns. The right insurance at the right price. You buy better with Burns. You buy better with Burns. You buy better.
A new season is upon us. Let's not fall into bad habits and let another insurance policy go by without review. Our offices are open and our licensed agents are available to shop your policy coverage and prices with dozens of insurance companies. Phone, email, 24-hour chat, or a good old-fashioned face-to-face meeting. We offer it all. Home, auto, business, and life. The Burns Agency has been a trusted, full-service insurance solution in your community since 1932. There's no better time to start saving than today. The Burns Agency, Norwich, Dayville, or online at burnsagency.com.
Better. Better with Burns. Much better. So much better with Burns. The right insurance at the right price. You buy better with Burns. You buy better with Burns. You buy better.
All right, good morning. We are back here at SNSN with All Paws on Deck. Hi.
Yes, hi. Long time no see.
So the lady that's bringing in the dogs split. We didn't have an invisible fence to keep her in. So,
but you know,
long way.
You took the long way. That's okay.
Going look when I went down to look for her, I found something super cool. A dog on a wheelchair.
Oh!
I almost grabbed the guy and asked if he wanted to come here for an interview.
You're talking about the shepherd?
Yes, you know him.
Yeah, of course. I see him walking by all the time.
How cool is that?
Yeah, he walks that dog all the time, and I guess from what I understand, he took to that thing right away because he lost the use of his back legs, and he put him in this little contraption. He took right to it.
How cool. You see how amazing it is? You can have dogs of any size, shape, or form and with special needs. And he'll stop, and the dog, he'll pet him and stuff. He's very friendly. He lives a very good life. Yeah, he's like 9 years old. So he's got many years ahead of him. So it was really cool. It's really cool. But he walks him all the time. That's so cool. See, adopting an adult dog, a senior dog. Yeah. Right? Like Blue. You want to meet Blue? So who's Blue? The Blue is down there, right? It's down here. No, who do you have with you? Oh, I have my friend and partner in crime, Dana Terpany. Hi, Dana. How are you? Good. How are you? Good. Why don't you come right on over here?
All right.
And this is Blue.
This is Blue. He is 10 years old, and he's been with me about a month.
Mm-hmm.
He has a heart condition that we are working through getting his meds just right for, but he's a very sweet boy.
I'm trying to
get him on.
It's not.
Get his good side.
It's not you. It's this darn microphone thing. All right, Blue, you got something to say? Yeah, the microphone's right at you.
You're gonna hold comments for now.
And Blue's 10.
He's 10.
Okay.
He's very sweet, cat friendly, kid friendly, loves everybody.
Looks very docile, just like, hey.
He's pretty chill.
Yeah.
He's pretty chill.
He's fluffy.
He's fluffy.
Obviously.
Snuggles.
Yep.
Yeah, he's just chill, man. He's like,
He is. He likes a little bit of a walk, but mostly he just wants to be near his person and cuddle and get belly rubs. He wants to sleep in your bed.
Mm-hmm.
But
yeah,
you know,
he's mad. He's got to do media appearances, but
Yep, I dragged him out of bed this morning. Cost me an extra belly rub, but we're here.
Oh, you are about adorable as can be.
So sweet.
Oh, it's funny you say about the belly rubs because I like the belly rubs myself. So it's
Who doesn't?
it does, and I just flip over on my back. But we had the Shih Tzus that we have. One of them has me absolutely trained. One, I am their person. His name's Howie. He'll jump up and he'll just look around. Boom, he just flops down and his head is right on my lap and he'll stay there. Henry, on the other hand, gets ticked off. He gets jealous. So he'll come up and he'll literally nudge Howie out of the way. And then he literally climbs up me a little bit. He does this every single time. I mean, to the point, it's like a trick we show people. And he comes in and he just starts licking my face, like 3 or 4 licks. Right here, right here, right here. I just sit there and go. And he does it. I don't care. He's my dog. I don't care. And next thing I know, he's staring at me. He goes, it's like, you know what's going to happen next, don't you? You know what I'm going to do now, don't you? And all of a sudden, he just goes. He flips over on his back. So basically, it's like, I will give you kisses, but you will rub my belly in return. So it's like a give-take kind of thing.
We have a deal.
Yeah, and he does it all the time, every single day. So he's got me trained.
3 licks is the clue.
What's that?
3 licks is the clue. 1, 2, 3 licks.
Yeah.
Belly rub time.
And that's exactly what it is. It's exactly what it is. But he'll push Howie right out of the way. Yeah, he'll be like,
My turn.
yeah. So
Isn't Blue adorable?
he's very adorable.
Very
Now, where does Blue come from?
He's from Georgia.
Mhm.
He was actually an owner surrender. He's apparently not a very good hunting dog at 10 years old, but he's a wonderful companion.
He's just really chill.
He's
He's just
chill
like,
guy. He's a sweetie.
What did the owner say when he surrendered Blue?
He said that he was a terrible hunting dog. Yeah.
A useless hunting dog.
Useless hunting dog. He surrendered 2 dogs at the same time.
really?
Yep. The other one got scooped up. I don't know. We didn't get to meet her, but we got Blue here. And he's very friendly. He loves this little guy. And
that's Ebbet.
That's Ebbet.
All right, let's meet Ebbet.
Oh, come on, Trevor.
Oh, Ebbet's a puppy.
Ebbet's a puppy.
You want to swap?
You want to swap?
No, I'm putting down my chiropractor bill.
I was going to say.
Well, we can't see Ebbet on the.
We'll swap over here.
There we go. Oh, look at this little guy.
Sweet.
Now tell us about Ebbet.
He is, we believe, a Bulldog mix, 8 weeks old. So he is ready for a family. He's also very sweet. Loves his little best friend, Grandpa Blue, over here. Kid friendly too. He's been playing with my 6-year-old for the last few weeks, and yeah, he's ready for.
Does Blue have like a little bit of? I go back to Blue, a little bit of an overbite,
He
or
has a little snaggle tooth that you're noticing.
Yeah.
He is down to about 3 teeth.
But
He eats like a champion. That doesn't slow him down.
Blue. Here you go, fist bump, Blue.
Yeah.
Boom, there we go. He's like, what?
Yeah. This guy went to the beach the other day, and then we went to Buttonwoods afterward. He was just hamming it up, meeting everybody. So he loves the attention.
Oh my goodness.
This guy hasn't made it for ice cream yet, but
Can I see?
Yeah.
Ebbet. Oh my God. Oh my God. So this is Ebbet. Say hello. Oh. There you go.
And how big do you think Abbott's going to be?
probably in the 50, 60 pound range.
50, 60.
You don't
He's
know
a good
me.
eater.
Very good eater. Too good of an eater, maybe.
You don't know me. I know. I just don't want you to feel. You
A little bit of a wiggle worm.
And he's a puppy.
There we
so
go.
he's going to need some chew toys.
He's actually doing super well with crate training, with potty training. We've been just using the puppy pads, but he always goes on a puppy pad. He very, very rarely poops in his kennel. So I feel like that's really great for his.
Oh no, don't do that.
Oh, you know, he knows that he heard about it. 3 licks, dolly rubs.
You heard about Howie.
Gonna go home smelling like other dogs.
So Jesse, he's the owner of O&E Customs across the street. He goes, I'm on my way across the street to claim the little guy.
Hi, Jesse, hurry up.
You better come and get him, Jesse. This one's not going to last. How long have you had Blue?
Blue, I've had 5 or 6 weeks.
Okay, so fairly new.
Yep.
Abbott just arrived.
Yep. Abbott's new.
Oh my God, look at this guy. Hey. Oh.
Abbott's mom
And,
got adopted really fast because she was a great dog, great adult dog.
And what kind of dog was the mom?
She looks just like him, just 60
bigger.
pounds.
Yeah.
Same coloring, same markings.
Oh my God, this one's he's adorable. She's adorable. He's adorable. I don't even know. You are adorable. And lots
Put
of
in your
kisses.
application, Mike. Put in your application.
Oh, I would. No. I would love to. I would love to.
You gotta speak with everybody in the family, so I gotta speak to your dogs.
Get their opinions.
Now, did you name them, or do you name them, or do they come with names, or like when
Depends.
you like Blue was Blue named?
Blue was
look at my
always
headphones.
Blue. He was an owner surrender, so we kept his name Blue. Abbott came named Abbott from the shelter, but sometimes we'll change their names.
Yeah. Oh my God. Jesse, you're not here yet. The door's unlocked. You just come on in. I would be surprised if he didn't. So I asked last week, the foster that we had last week, what is it with you? Is it hard to get rid of, to let the dogs go once they get adopted? I mean,
you want to come in?
Sure, I'll
yeah.
go over.
So what is that like?
It can be really hard.
Yeah.
It depends on the dog. So I have an easier time saying goodbye to the puppies because I've known from the very beginning they're going to go quickly. And, I don't get as attached. to them,
Yeah.
But it's still hard. Obviously, this guy I'm rather attached to at this point. But I found the best way to do it is to just keep getting more fosters and keep busy.
Yeah.
Helps you move on to help the next one. But I've been blacklisted by Susanna a few times from adopting.
We have to keep denying each other's. We keep falling in love with the fosters. Yeah. No, I can't. I love this one. I can't. And then we have to say, no, you're denied. You're denied. I deny Dana. She denies me.
I couldn't. I know I could not foster, because if I did, then I would end up with 40 dogs.
It's hard not to.
Seriously. I mean, look at Blue. How can you not?
I know. He's such a good boy.
He's just so chill.
He is. He's very chill.
He's a beagle?
Beagle.
Does he?
Rarely, but yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I have some guinea pigs he likes to howl at.
Aww.
But other than that, he's pretty quiet. Yeah.
Where's my family?
Yeah.
What's the funniest thing about Blue that you noticed?
Funniest? It's definitely the snaggletooth. It gives him a lot of personality. And it really comes out when he rolls over on his back and then his lips are just flapping to the side. So
he's like, what are you looking at? What are you laughing at?
Yeah.
Oh, he really looked like he was offended. He's looking at me like, what? He's certainly watching Ebbet, though.
He also likes to steal toys from Ebbet. He'll go over and steal all Ebbet's toys and then hide them around my house. He likes to bury them.
Gotcha. Now, is that trying to teach Ebbet, you think, or
no,
or just being a little shit?
Yeah, I think it might be that one. He'll take toys.
My mama.
Is there a little territorialism with them guys?
There's a little bit of like old grumpy grandpa.
Okay.
He's gonna teach him some things. So he will, if Ebbet goes over and tries to steal from his food bowl, he'll do that little ooh. And if Ebbet starts really biting on his ears a lot, then he'll ooh at him again. He'll howl at him.
Does Ebbet fall in line?
Yeah, he does a pretty good job.
Pretty much,
He does
yeah.
a pretty good job.
And that's what the older dogs are supposed to do to the puppies, to
Yes.
teach them
Yeah.
the boundaries.
They get a lot of their social instruction for life in the first 12 weeks of their life. So Blue's been a good little.
So you sound like you know quite a bit about dogs.
I've been learning along the way.
Yeah?
Yeah, I've had my own for 15 years, and now I've had quite a few fosters at this point. So
So what kind of dog do you have?
I have 2 old lady beagle mixes, although they
Yeah.
don't look like beagles at all. They look like generic mutts, but but they're
Those are the cutest ones.
they're really cute.
They
They're
all
13
are.
and 14. And they tolerate my having a bunch of dogs coming and going. So
Are they used to it now?
they are. They I don't think they hear that well anymore. So a few years ago they would have been barking their heads off all day about
Or
it.
do they get like other old guys and have selective hearing?
Yeah.
Mike!
They'll check out the little puppies. If they get too rambunctious, they're not interested anymore. So
I love that Snaggletooth.
I know his little tail's been going.
Yeah, I know.
all
Yeah,
day.
I noticed that too. He seems like a pretty content little guy.
He is. Gets heavy after a minute, but
Oh yeah.
How heavy is Blue?
he's about he was 25 pounds. I think he might be a couple more than that
Yeah.
after being at my house for a month. So 25.
He's been there a month?
Yeah,
Yeah.
about that. 25, 28 pounds around there.
So the possibility is that Blue could end up, if nobody adopts him, pretty much your dog.
We've been talking about this. For
Guess the
this
rules.
is the problem.
Did I drop a nugget there?
My husband and I always joke, well, if he doesn't go anywhere, he'll just stay with us. I've been blessed.
So it sounds like he's attached too.
We always get attached.
Yeah. Are there any kids?
I have a 6-year-old.
Yeah.
He's a great foster.
He is a great foster.
Junior foster
program here.
So what happens if Blue goes away to a family? I mean, what happens? I mean, how does the 6-year-old feel? How have they dealt with other dogs
So
coming and going?
We have a little ritual that we do every time one of our dogs is leaving. He usually takes a picture with them, wishes them a happy life.
Mhm.
And he doesn't typically go meet the families outside. That's usually where he doesn't want to do it. But he says
Yeah.
he wishes them happy life, and then he gets to watch a little TV afterward
Nice.
so that helps. But some are harder than others. He usually has an easier time with puppies as well. Harder times with the ones that stay longer. So
I would think the older puppies are a little more set in their ways. Their personality is pretty much.
they're a little bit more established. Like, you know what you're going to get with Blue. Obviously, puppies, like, they're rambunctious. They got a lot of energy. It's going to take them a couple years to really, chill out. So
Yeah, that's what happened with ours. They're 4 now, so it took a little time for them to kind of mellow.
Yeah.
Except for Howie, he did.
some of them never do.
No, Howie is Howie. But Ebbet just hanging out. Like, seems like a very, very docile, just kind of cool puppy. Just kind of, what's going on?
He is. He sleeps a lot. He plays, gets tired out.
Mm-hmm.
He likes going outside. We just started really taking him outside
Mhm.
he was chasing my son around in the yard yesterday. So, but he doesn't take as long to get tuckered out, and then he takes a nice long nap.
So how many fosters have you had?
Probably 50.
I was gonna say, 40-ish.
Really? That many?
At this point. Sometimes you have multiples at the same time. I had a pregnant mama for a couple of months, and she had a litter of 10. So that's 11 right there. So your numbers can go up a lot faster when you've got puppies. Yeah.
Wow.
So
now you said puppies are very easy pretty much to adopt out.
Yes. Abbott was posted yesterday, and he has
3 or 4 applications.
Yeah,
this morning.
overnight.
This guy right here?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I posted around 7 o'clock last night.
Now, has anybody put in an application on Blue?
Blue has had some applications, not anybody who's been a really good fit at this point. He is going to require medication probably daily for the rest of his life. So that's something to keep in mind when taking on an older dog. He does have a heart condition, so that's going to be something that fits into your life. But he's a great companion. He's a great dog. He still loves to go for walks. He still
Mhm.
loves to play.
He still loves to cuddle.
He loves to cuddle. He's relaxed and chill.
And we have a special deal with Blue. We are, how do you say,
So-
giving back his adoption fee.
Yep. So his adoption fee will be applied towards veterinary care. So
Oh, okay.
Yep.
All right.
so he's essentially free with an approved adoption.
See, no, that's really, really cool. I mean, because that way, I mean, you're really looking for the best interest of the dog, and that's really what it's about, is it not?
Exactly.
You know, so
We want to make sure we have a really good fit for him. He's a really great dog. Otherwise, I have to keep him forever.
No, please, I need Dana. Please adopt Blue.
now, do you have a lot of space outside? You know, where you can?
I have about 5.5 acres.
Oh yeah, so you've got plenty of plenty
so
of room.
I got trails to walk the dogs. I have a little pen
Yeah.
my husband built, so we have younger pups who like to run around.
Gotcha.
We got some options.
Why are you stripping?
Show, sorry.
Oh.
That's not till later.
That's after 10. My goodness, you haven't met Blue and Ebbet yet, have you? That right there is Ebbet, which I think is perfect little name. Ebbet is just a cute name. Huh?
Yeah, licked and everything.
Oh yeah. I was getting it too.
I think he likes you.
But I see the difference. You know, I mean, everybody wants a puppy. Like when it's cats, everybody wants a kitten. Yeah. You know, they did. So, like, what's the ratio of puppies to adult dogs that are actually adopted?
Through us, maybe half and half. I would
Really?
say we get,
That's
we
not
get
bad, then.
litters, so there's going to be multiple puppies at once. But
Mhm.
we do take on a lot of adult dogs as well. I've been taking on some seniors lately, so we get the variety.
Yeah.
Yes, but puppies are adopted faster, but we try to. It's hard, but we try to make people understand that they grow fast. In a couple of weeks, your puppy is gonna twice the size, and you have to keep
Right,
in mind
right.
when we say the dog is gonna be 60 pounds, he is gonna be 60 pounds.
Yeah. Right now they're 5.
Yes.
But,
So a lot of people have this visual of the puppy being 5 pounds forever. So
Fast stage. It's a very fast stage.
Do you think that's why some people get like little teacup dogs because they want them to stay puppies even though they're not?
yeah, but those are hard to come by. So if you want a little teacup pup, they're hard to find in a shelter. So you're not gonna have.
Like a French bulldog, you're not going to find.
No, we have French pits.
What's that?
They are much French pits. French pit bulls.
She's created her
We
own
have a new
terminology
breed.
now. A new breed.
Really?
Yeah, we created a new breed.
Oh, French pit?
Yeah,
Oh.
the French pit.
Oh, I'm
There's-
Rene.
Yeah, that's
Je
French.
Puppy.
French fries, French baguettes, French bulldogs. We have the French pit. They are
Right.
much cooler. We have brioche.
Oh, we met
We met
Brie,
Brie.
yeah.
She's learning French. So.
She's she's a French pit. We
Oh,
have Bo.
woof, woof.
We met Bo
Yeah.
last week. He's a French pit. We have Brandy.
You have a French accent. A brandy.
Brandy,
Oh.
she's a French pit. Much cooler than the French bulldogs. Forget the French bulldogs. They're $10,000.
We found one that was $7,800.
Oh my gosh.
I'm
Our
like,
French pits are $400.
so my daughter wanted. She'll like take any animal.
Oh, your daughter.
So any animal she can get her hands on, she will.
Oh, PausOnDeck.org.
All right, let's slow that one down because we've got she's got everything from bunnies to turtles to dogs to cats.
Full house.
Oh yeah, she does. So she was at a pet store, and she was sitting and playing with a French bulldog, little one. They had one for sale. Dad, I want this. And I'm like, I said, honey, that dog is more expensive than my last 2 cars.
I was just gonna say.
You know, so like I said, as much as I would, then of course you get the parent line. As much as I'd love to give that to you and for you to have it, it's just not practical at this point. And I feel bad because it's like, The dog's just looking up, and it's
Daughter
like,
eyes.
yeah.
I saw on TV on people smuggling French bulldogs from other countries.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
From like where? Bolivia? They'd be Bolivian bulldogs.
No, it was funny. I think it was from Brazil.
Really?
It was not me. Yeah.
Really?
No idea.
Then you got the hookup.
But it was funny. She was trying to convince the officers, the police, that they were her dogs, and they had fake shots, fake records, and I didn't know that they were so expensive. I said, why is somebody smuggling dogs from Brazil when we have so many here in Georgia, in Texas? And no, because French bulldogs are the big cool thing right now.
Yeah.
So
that's like the big sexy dog, right?
Yeah. So I was talking to Dana. We got to make our French Pete's. The cool thing is to be French. We have a solution for that. Hi, Abbott. French Abbott.
Ebert is from France.
France, Georgia.
Blue from the French Riviera.
Yeah.
He's
French Cabernet.
Have you had a favorite foster?
Hard to say, right? We fall in love with all the time. There was one foster, Millie.
I was gonna say it had to be Millie for you.
Oh gosh.
Millie? Tell us about
Millie. Yeah. Millie was fantastic. Millie was a pit bull, and it was rough. Oh, I'm gonna cry. Oh my gosh.
You're off camera right now, so you can go ahead and.
She had, I think, 10 puppies, and they started not developing properly. Right, Millie.
Yeah, she wasn't making enough milk. She had a host of her own health issues going on. She was loaded with worms. She had
heartworm positive.
What kind of dog is this again?
She was a pit bull.
She was a pit. Okay.
Yeah, and we all had to jump in and start bottle feeding round the clock these puppies because they needed to be fed every 3 hours. One person cannot feed 10 puppies in that amount of time before you have to start.
You'd never get
again.
any sleep.
You don't even finish number 10 before the 3 hours is up and you have to start with number 1
No,
again.
yeah.
So it was a hard few weeks, and
We spread them around to every foster had 2 puppies,
Yep.
and we lost a few, and we bottle fed all of them, and I kept Millie, and then Millie and my dogs started not getting along, so Dana jumped in and took Millie. Then we both were just completely in love with Millie.
Yeah, you had her through her puppies. I had her until she had gotten her space surgery for another 6 weeks, and we found a wonderful family who took on Millie.
Rebecca, big shout out to you.
Yeah, we love them. The 2 of us were a mess crying the whole time we were saying goodbye to her. But
after Millie left, we just hugged and we cried and we cried and we cried. We love her.
she's a great dog.
Is that your favorite as well, or do you have another one that you would?
I have a few favorites. I had this 8-year-old hound dog, Sugar, for about a month or so, and she had terrible teeth, a rough life, some scarring, missing half of her ear. Sweetest dog ever. She walked around like a baby giraffe with brand new legs. And she was lovely. I found a great family for her too, though. So I cried a lot when she left, but it's easier when you know they have the right family to go to. So that helps a lot.
Do you like your dogs more than your husband?
I don't know if he's watching right now.
Her husband sleeps with all the dogs.
Yes, he does.
He's a perfect fit then.
He's very tolerant of all the dogs I bring into the house.
Yeah.
He works from home often. So
okay, that's cool.
He hangs out with my fosters. He tends to sleep with my fosters. So
then it goes to bed at night and there's no space for her because the dog got to bed before her.
So he's been great. Very supportive.
Our 2 dogs, like it's funny because Melissa will go to bed. She's got to get up at 4:30 in the morning. So she gets up, she goes to bed a lot earlier than I do. So I'll put we crate the dogs at night because they have small bladders. And if not, they will pee everywhere. So our bedroom is downstairs because we finished the basement off and everything. So they are really, really, trained to the point where I just go, I snap. And they will come to the top of the stairs. They will wait till I get down to the bottom. And then I'll look at them. And they both like that. And I'll snap again. and they literally come down in tandem. Now they have to walk in tandem all the time. All the time. Even when you walk them outside, they are, I mean, perfect step. You know, you think they were like synchronized swimmers. Serious. So, but now Henry, so they'll come in and they go wrap right around into their crate. And they'll turn around, they'll stop, lay down, and they'll look at you because now you know you're going to close the door. However, Henry, now this is what I was getting to as far as the bed thing is concerned. Last 2 nights, he's dashed past me and literally running, you know, over to Melissa's side of the bed. And he'll literally stop and watch for me. He's coming. And then he's like, rah, 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 trying to get up on the bed, going like that's safety zone or whatever. Because Melissa will put all of them on the bed every single time. Yeah. She could care less if I'm there. But if Howie and Henry are there, it's funny. I've actually taken pictures of her where she is sleeping with the biggest grin on her face because she's got 2 puppies right with her. So I understand that. It's kind of why I asked that. You know, it's kind of a long, drawn out story. But,
I like her.
Huh?
I like her. I like Melissa.
She loves her. She loves her animals. She loves her cats too. Let's see. Roxana says French Bulldogs can have a lot of medical issues. French Bulldogs can cost a lot of money in medical costs. My friend has 2 and they have issues, especially with their noses and with allergies. Are there, huh?
No, nice. Not nice, but not that that's nice. I mean, so go for a French pit. Thank you. I like you.
Do you know of any other dog that is like susceptible to medical issues more than the other?
They actually just banned the breeding in a country in Europe. I want to say Sweden, but I'm probably wrong. Of, I believe, Bulldogs and King Charles Cavaliers as well, because both of them have.
Oh, and those are little guys, right?
They are, yeah, they're little guys. They've been bred to have really small heads, and I guess they end up having a lot of intracranial like pressure, and it's really painful. So those are 2 breeds that are starting to get banned more in Europe. So
I know somebody that has the King Charles.
I do too, and I had no idea that this was a chronic issue with them.
Breed them together, right?
There's a lot of irresponsible breeding out there. So I guess it's something that over in Europe, at least, they had been advising the breeding community to work on for a decade now, and nothing changed. So they're starting to take more action.
Go the French pit.
Yeah, no intracranial pressure.
Those are perfect.
When in doubt, get a French pit.
We have French pits.
How many?
Has that problem too, right?
I'm not sure.
Yeah,
I'm not sure.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I've heard that before.
That's another dog that has really bad stigma around it.
They do.
Is a Rottweiler. Yeah. Why? I mean, are they vicious dogs, or is any dog just reactive to how they are brought up in their environment?
Any dog can bite.
Yeah.
Any dog under the right circumstances, any dog can bite. So
they're animals.
Yep, they're animals, and I think the bigger the dogs, the more powerful the dogs, the more they have the right look for the wrong people.
Yeah.
The more they get used, inappropriately. But I had a Rottweiler growing up. It was a wonderful dog. It all, they have to be treated well.
They're they attach on to one person, don't they? Are they territorial?
She was a family dog.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I can't speak for them all, but she was a really good family
It's
dog.
nature versus nurture. It's like,
Yep.
you raise them like a kid, that's where they're going to be. But they're also predisposed to genetics. It's just
I went to a house one time. They had a Rottweiler, and we were sitting there. We're watching a ball game, and the Rottweiler was very, very territorial with this lady. Well, it was the guy's wife, and you couldn't like even speak to her without the dog going, "What?" And actually, if you stood up, the dog would start roof, roof. I mean, almost coming at you.
Oh, wow.
It's a training issue too.
Yeah, and they go, "No, he's just a friendly dog." I mean, no, this thing's it's 170 pounds, of solid steel.
A lot of people are scared of Ada because she's 70.
Your dog?
Yeah. 70 pounds. She'll bark her head off. You come to the door. She can be protected in our bedroom. But other than that, she's a mush.
Yeah.
She sounds vicious, but
I'll talk.
Yeah, I'll talk, and when you come in that house, be like, "Movie."
Our foster, Lindsay, that was here last week.
Yeah.
She has 2 giant dogs. And first time I went to her house, I panicked. And I was like, and she
Really?
was, oh, he's nothing. He's all talk. The dog is like the size of a horse. I was terrified. And he's
Was he a
all
Newfie
mush.
or was he a Newfie, a Newfoundland?
No, he's not a pit bull. She saw the breed last week. I forgot. He looks like a pit bull, but he's
taller.
He's taller, yes. And
that amber
it's just intimidating at first, like you said. But 5 seconds into it, she said, he's a mush. And he really was. Just kiss and love.
Sweet
And
boy.
sweet boy gets along with all other dogs that she brings in. So if people can let down the guard and give the big dogs a chance, they can be wonderful companions. The little guys are usually the vicious ones.
Yes. We get
Chihuahuas.
The chihuahuas, the little ones, they're usually the troublemakers.
Yeah, they get the warnings on them from the shelters.
Do you ever get really the larger breeds like a Saint Bernard, or do you ever get those or those type?
Goliath is probably our biggest.
There's one.
A bull mastiff.
There's
or
one
something.
that's 120 pounds. She's waiting in the shelter right now. But we can't.
It's like an Anatolian Shepherd. I
Yeah.
think.
How do you say?
Anatolian Shepherd.
She's beautiful, and
She's
there's
like a guard.
pictures and videos saying that she's mush and very friendly. But I need a foster who is willing to take a 120-pound dog. If anybody is available, call me.
How many fosters do you have now?
Maybe 5.
Okay.
But
So you've
they come
grown. You
and go.
guys have grown. I mean, All Paws on Deck has grown exponentially, really, in a year.
Yeah, that's great. We have wonderful people, but the challenge is that our fosters fail often. So I try to keep my fosters from adopting, but that's a hard
So that's the
press.
fail. That's a foster fail.
That's
Is
a
when you end
foster
up.
fail
When you
because
fall
they
in love,
adopt.
you take a,
So we keep denying the foster's
I
application.
couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. There's no way, because I would fall in love with the dog and I'd have to keep it. I'm serious. I'm not even kidding. What about you, Rich?
It depends.
Really?
Maybe. I'm a little more colder than.
Yeah.
We
Depends
have
on the dog.
I think we have more fosters that failed today than actual active fosters.
Probably.
Are you one of those, or?
No, I haven't failed yet. I've come close a couple times.
That is a lie. She failed many times, but I just denied her application.
That's right.
I tried.
Rejected.
Thankfully, I've always ended up having a good family come around.
David, just late to the party. David. Hey, David. Good morning.
Hi, David.
He says, "What type of puppy is that? If you can go over what Ebbet
This is Ebbet, and we think he is a bulldog mix. He's 8 weeks old. He is adorable. He's probably going to be around 50, 60 pounds. That's about the size that his mom was.
Mm-hmm.
And she was very similar color and marking. Maybe a little terrier in here too.
Got the head like a terrier.
He's got the back end of a bulldog if you see him walk around, but I'm afraid to put him down right now. He might do something in here. Getting a little
You see him look up at you like, yeah.
He's getting a little squirmy.
I gotta go.
Yeah, a little squirmy, buddy.
Why don't we'll let you guys go, because I know those dogs probably got things they got to do, and
They got appointments.
yeah, media appearances and all this
We're on
stuff.
a talk show.
So how do you get a hold of yourself or you at All Paws on Deck?
So we have our website is allpawsondeck.org. We're also on Pet Finder too. You can take a look at all of our available adoptable dogs. We are
right here.
also on Facebook, All Paws on Deck.
It's a cool name, actually. All Paws on Deck. It's allpawsondeck.org. All Paws on Deck CT.
The website is allpawsondeck.org.
Okay.
The Facebook is All Paws on Deck CT Rescue,
Okay.
because the other one was already taken.
Gotcha. All right. So who's next week? Do you have any idea? Have you already picked out the two for next week, next Tuesday?
It's a
Who's still available.
surprise.
Surprise, huh?
Surprise.
He's going to bring a giraffe.
But
David
we'll
says,
be here.
David says, looks like a boxer
Yeah.
with the head. That's what I was trying to.
Maybe. We give our best guess. The shelter gives their
Sure,
best guess.
yeah.
We give our best guess.
And it's really all you can do, isn't it? Because
We don't know dad at all. And we saw pictures of mom, and she looks like this too. So
but very, very friendly. Very just
yeah, he's a sweetheart.
and Blue.
Blue's also sweetheart.
Blue's adorable. Let's get Blue on camera. David says I'm in love with the puppy.
Of course.
Wait until you see Blue.
Well, everybody's in love with the puppy. Wait till you see Blue, though. Blue.
If you could touch Blue, he's so fluffy.
Can you move it? There we go. Yeah. That's Blue.
This is Blue.
Blue's 10, about 10, you think? Yep. Yeah. And he was given up by its, he was a owner relinquish because they said he was a horrible hunting dog.
Yeah.
So that was their reason for giving up a 10-year-old dog.
After being with you for 10 years.
I couldn't. Are you kidding me? I couldn't give Howie and Henry up after 3 minutes. So David goes, look at those ears. Right?
I know. He's adorable. He's such a good boy.
Blue is a perfect companion dog. If you're looking for somebody to snuggle, he's a professional.
He's a professional snuggler. He's a French beagle.
French beagle.
French beagle.
You can see his smile is it's one of a kind.
Yeah, he goes to the office every day. Does very well sleeping.
And he's
your office?
My husband.
Oh, okay.
He works from home. So
oh, okay.
There were little coworkers.
Oh, okay. So he's really attached to Blue, or
we all are. He's a wonderful dog, but he likes to hang out with my husband. Hangs out with whoever we're fostering.
Yeah, you're keeping him. You're keeping him. He's not going anywhere. He's like, yeah, okay, I'm gonna hang out here for a while.
Yep.
Give our adults a chance. Take a look at our website. The adults are great dogs.
They are.
And we need homes for them because there's quite of a wait list at the shelter of dogs waiting to be saved.
David says, what a creep that owner was.
Right.
He goes, I'm a mush. I can't see these dogs. I want to save them all.
Join the crew.
David's out in Hamden. David, maybe you could foster. You can have you'd be the Western Connecticut branch of All Paws on Deck. He works for Special Olympics too, so
really? Nice.
So you figure he'd have a large base of people to go ahead and offer the puppies to. All right, guys, thank you so much for coming in. We'll see you.
Thank you, Rich.
We'll see you. He says one dog's enough.
Never enough.
Never. We'll see you Tuesday. Bye, Blue. Bye.
Blue's like, I gotta go to bed.
Yeah, Blue's tired. We went for a little walk.
My first nap.
Look at that. He's just like, yeah, I'm good.
Good boy.
See, I like this guy.
Yeah, he's great.
But if you notice, I haven't asked to hold him because
He'd be sold.
Puppies, I love puppies. I get it and everything. But this guy right here is like,
he's awesome.
Yeah, I could just. I don't understand it either. So that's Blue. And then Ebbet. Let's get Ebbet back in the camera if we could one more time. And they're available from All Paws on Deck Pet Rescue. They are based here in Griswold. You can adopt the dogs. They're available on the website. You guys are looking for fosters too. You can always foster. And so there's a lot of ways that you can participate, and find some forever homes for these puppies and puppy dogs like Blue over there.
And the French pits.
And the French pits. The French pits. No pit bulls. No pit bulls. French pits. So, all right. Thank you very much, ladies.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you. And Rich and I will be back in a minute, but we're going to talk about cameras in town. You may not have a say in anything. They're coming right here at SNSN.
Don't just wish for a winning deal, make it Dish, and we'll make it real. Don't just wish, make it Dish.
Hey everyone, this is Ellis Dish from Dish Motors. We're back better than ever with our new sales and service center on Route 32 in North Franklin. Everyone says there's nothing better than dealing with the dishes, and here's why. Selection. We have the area's largest inventory of off-lease, one-owner vehicles of all makes and models. You name it, we got it, or I'll get it for you at no additional charge. Quality. Each vehicle goes through a rigorous 120-point safety and quality check. Nothing leaves the lot without my personal approval. Convenience. We have financing sources for almost any situation. We offer on-site registration processing, and we have maintenance programs for years of stress-free ownership. And now now open for all your maintenance needs. Our full-service repair facility where oil changes start at just $19.99. Call today for your appointment or just stop by. So save thousands and deal with the dishes. Route 32, North Franklin. Or check us out online at dishfranklin.com. Or ring us, 860-383-4750.
You see the signs everywhere. No alcohol if under 21. No tobacco under 21. No vaping supplies under 21. It's 21 for a reason.
Youth that use alcohol are more likely to engage in other risky behaviors, such as gambling. Learn the warning signs and how to talk to your children about addiction.
It's 21 for a reason. Brought to you by CIRAC and funded in partnership with SAMHSA. Find out more at CIRACCT.org.
Family owned and operated. That's something you don't hear too often anymore. Highway Campers of Plainfield is now 3 generations in and going strong. If you're looking to upgrade or get your first RV, contact the family that knows RVs, Highway Campers. They'll walk you through the process of finding the right RV for you and can even finance it for you. Visit www.highwaycampers.com and find your home on wheels. After all, home is where you park it. Highway Campers is a proud supporter of Griswold Youth Football.
Hi, Miranda Mahoney here from Grizzle Pride, your local drug prevention coalition. So, marijuana, now legal in Connecticut, but there are some things you really should know. It's only legal for people 21 and older. And always, always secure your cannabis products like edibles, vape pens, dabs, and of course marijuana in a locking storage container and keep it out of sight and of reach of kids. Kids don't know the difference between a THC edible gummy and a candy gummy you might buy at a store. There's many resources available at grizzlepride.org or our Facebook and Instagram pages. And parents, you are your child's greatest influence. Talk early, talk often about the risks of substance use on their developing brains. Check out grizzlepride.org. grizzlepride.org. grizzlepride.org.
Life is full of choices. At Jewett City Savings Bank, we can make one choice easy, finding the right checking account. We offer a range of affordable accounts to fit your budget and needs, and each gives you the freedom to access your money the way you want, online, through our mobile app, or with your debit card. It's your money and your choice. To learn more about the account that's right for you, stop by one of our offices or visit us at jcsbank.com. Jewett City Savings Bank, member FDIC.
There are a lot of places that you might think about when it comes time for new tires for your car or truck. But have you thought about Advanced Automotive in Griswold? Trusted for years when it comes to automotive repair, and now for great deals on tires. Advanced Automotive has many suppliers to beat their prices. Let Jess at Advanced show you. Advanced Automotive for repairs and now tires too. Advanced Automotive. Find them on Facebook.
Live from Main Street.
Your community radio.
Mike Minarski and Rich Wasilick in the morning. And 80s all day and night.
SNSN.
All right, welcome back to the show, everybody. We just had All Paws on Deck, which is a local dog rescue here in town, in the town of Griswold, but they service and serve just about any community. You know, they have about 5 fosters. They're always looking for fosters. So if you want to foster a dog, go to allpawsondeck.org.
Yeah. You just can't want to keep them.
Yeah. So David says, Blue needs to go home with me. Stop it.
Was that you're my boy, Blue?
You're my boy, Blue. It's like, no. So, but it's always good. They're fun. The dogs are fun. So yeah, we have some good stuff. Okay, moving on.
Yep.
So we find out now that the what is the what's going on with the cameras in town?
I have
here?
Let's see which meeting. They kind of go in. Was mentioned in a few meetings, but by the ARPA funds that were being the boroughs putting in cameras up and down Main Street and in the parks. Some of them, according to the minutes I saw in some meetings, they're gonna be able to read speeds and take pictures of license plates, possibly. So you'll be speeding down the road, get your picture taken, and maybe get a ticket.
Can they mail the ticket to you? Is that
yes? Some states do. Rhode Island does that.
Yeah.
Too.
Okay.
Yeah. Not that I would know, but
new.
It happened to me in New York through the tolls. Actually, they sent a picture of the license plate person in the vehicle and a picture of the because that's how they actually do their tolls.
Yeah.
So you don't have to stop. You
Massachusetts,
keep
too.
running through the tolls, so you don't have to stop traffic. So it stops the backup, and then they take a picture, send you a picture if you don't have a reader for that state on your car. So.
Got it. So they're up and down, and I can tell you one thing: cameras work, especially if people know that they're there.
Yeah, that's the prevention aspect, but the parks, we were the committee today, this SCOPS committee today. That's one of the things is we talk about. It's not always prevention. The people have to care first, and then it's more of a enforcement.
Got it.
So, yeah, you'll be on video, and if you're doing something, they'll be able to keep a copy of the video, bring it to court, or whatever the problem will be, and you'll have evidence against you.
I know for one fact that I set up a camera on Ashland Street, right at the where Carly Avenue is, and pointed it towards Carly Avenue, right? And I got both stop signs in the shot. I'm not kidding you. Before I set that up, myself, Melissa, and Lisa Coe were counting cars. It was like 50 cars that went right through. Nobody stopped. There was one or two that actually came to a rolling stop and went through. But otherwise, people are zooming through 20, 30 miles an hour like it doesn't even exist.
Yeah.
Right? But I'll tell you something. They do exist. Why? As soon as you put a damn camera up, people stop.
Yeah, as long as they know the camera's there. That's going to be the whole. You're going to have.
It was on a stand. It was just like, wasn't even on.
Yep.
Wasn't even on. But people looked at it and went, ooh, must be a reason why the camera's here.
Yeah, that's why like the speed signs have the little lights on them to make people think there's a camera on them. But they're looking at actually according to the minutes in the meetings.
So you don't want to find out the camera's not. You don't want to find the camera is actually on.
Yep.
Because it could be a problem.
Yep. You want me to go through these or?
Well, let's go one by one.
Yeah,
Instead of just kind of reading them down like a form letter, but.
So they had a special board of selectmen meeting. They were going over the executive session union contract. So they went into executive session, had the contract talk at the executive session about. It doesn't say what department,
and they won't.
Yeah, it doesn't. Well, it won't say. It doesn't say what department the contract was for, but they could put that if they wanted to. Okay. But discussion on tax refunds for a total of $2,843 for somebody. Obviously, they didn't put their name in there or whatever.
They never do.
Yeah.
Well, no, sometimes they do. Sometimes they do. You know what a lot of that is too? Sometimes people leasing cars.
Yeah, it could be anything.
You know what I mean? There's a tax refund, if the car is relinquished back, the term is over.
Revising the Carnival vendor contract. So they're looking at revising the contract for them.
You know what that is?
The one up here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Discussion on the creation of an ARPA committee by the board of selectmen. So they want to have an ARPA committee.
I don't think anybody knows what ARPA means. They're funds.
We found out last night. The American Relief Act. So it's the COVID Relief Act.
It's COVID money, basically that's available through grants.
Right, and that's the actual name of it.
Right.
And they're gonna have
the town and the borough both got.
Yeah, it looks like the town is just the board of selectmen looking at just starting a committee where the borough they just go through the borough. The road study they talked about and Friends of Patchogue Forest actions. So they're looking at actions on the property that this group wants to protect.
Okay,
looks like.
Hold on. Yeah. Are we just reading an agenda that happened, or what are we doing here?
These are the minutes from the meetings after this.
See, now that's the thing. That's the thing, is that you look at the minutes. It's still not a substitution for actually being at the meeting because you can look at the minutes, and I'm not kidding you. To me, some minutes from some of the meetings and some of the boards are more frustrating than anything because you read it and I'm going, well, you're not telling me. Why are you even putting this out? Because it's not saying anything.
Yep.
So-and-so did this. So-and-so did that. This person gave a review. Okay. Well, what was it? So, and I think that, and honestly, I think that's probably what minutes really are supposed to be because they want you to go to the meeting.
Yeah, for the most part. They're supposed to actually be a record, but it does help to advertise, market.
They do have a record. They have the recording,
yeah,
which is also available to you if you
want to get it. Yeah.
Yeah, you can do it down at town hall.
Yeah, I just sent ours out last night. The Board of Education minutes from the last meeting, the request was made to have a hearing and request comments, which is in quotes, hearing and requests, their comment section. By public held, they want to bring it down to 2 minutes per person.
Okay, instead of 3.
Right.
Okay.
Projected revenue was set at 2.4 million for the 22 to 23 school year.
See, now people don't know just how much money the Grizzled school system brings in, because the budget that is put out every single year, it's an expenditure budget only. You don't see any kind of income on that budget. So like that money right there that you just spoke to, that goes on a line item on the town.
Yep, goes to general and then it gets sent to the board.
Exactly. Well, no, it stays with the town. It stays with the town. They don't list any income at all.
So they don't send it back to the board of ed at all?
No, that goes to the town. That's it.
E-review discussion and possible action to approve a new course proposal for gaming concepts for the curriculum development section. And the implementation.
This is the Board of Ed, right?
Yep.
That's esports.
Yep. They're looking to, it was motion seconded. So Rice seconded, Shannon Webster also, to approve the new course proposal for gaming concepts. So now they're creating a curriculum for gaming.
Well,
system.
They're finding that the gaming can do a lot of good.
Yeah.
Instead of,
I think if you keep it all,
anything's good in moderation, and keep it into perspective, right?
Yeah. Other business that may properly come before the Board of Education member Stuart Norman Jr. He suggested that the district consider the option of all students at Griswold High School to participate in one extracurricular activity during their 4-year attendance at the high school. So they want to make a requirement.
Okay. Is that something other than the capstone program, where each student now that comes into the high school, I think it's juniors on down?
Well, that's a good question, but it's
because it was just mentioned. To perform 10 hours a year.
Yeah,
of community service.
So that's 40 total.
Honestly, I don't think that's a bad idea at all.
No,
I think you know what, and I'm not saying because I did when I was a kid. I went ahead and I was a volunteer at Summit Convalescent Home, where those new those right off the highway there, where those apartments are now. My mother used to work there, and I got involved with the recreation department and ended up calling bingo and did bowling. I loved it. I had 37 grandmas, and another 40 grandfathers that I never knew that I had. And I was 13 years old, and it was a blast.
Yeah, it doesn't really say whether it's going to be a capstone part of it or not.
Okay.
Then there wasn't a motion either. It was just like a comment, looks like.
Okay.
Planning and zoning, there was a discussion on cannabis regulations, and it was decided to have a vote at the referendum.
So what you're saying there is that the budget referendum that the town of Griswold is going to have, there's going to be a question on there: should there be or should there not be a cannabis store in the town of Griswold? Right now, there's a 1-year moratorium. Because it became law last year that we could do it, but every town, 169 of us in the town of Griswold, or in the state of Connecticut, put a moratorium on it. I don't think there were any. No, there was every single town.
Well, there was one or two that jumped on it, but
maybe.
but
the
majority.
But
definitely.
they were all advised to do a 1-year moratorium. So here's the thing about that. Now I put up a poll up on the SNSN news group, and it was overwhelming 5-1, 4-1. Yes,
that
they would vote for it, to be able to put a cannabis store, pot store, in the city limits. Here's the thing: if you don't do it, they're going to do it right on the other side of the bridge.
Right.
So it doesn't matter.
I think the reason we voted to have this referendum question was that there's going to have to be regulations established in the committee, and regulations and ordinances. It's not a simple thing. It's a long process. It's very difficult to come up with the proper regulations and what you're going to do.
I think people are afraid of what they don't know.
Yeah.
You imagine if we had a board here of Willie Nelson, Tommy Chong, and Jim Belushi, who sells pot ice cream.
It's a party.
Yeah, imagine if they were here.
Yeah,
or we had that mentality here instead of,
could do it responsibly.
Because we're at a changing of the guard part here in Griswold. I really believe
Well,
you got the old money, you got the new money, you know, and they're kind of clashing right now. And the old money's starting to, you know, the Meister burger, you know, they're kind of like fading out and stuff like that. And I'm seeing that. And things are changing.
You mean committees and stuff, or just
No,
the
just-
money itself?
Well, I
Or
mean,
who's
the
spending
money, who's spending it, the residents that are taking charge on certain things.
Yep.
You know, I mean, the people that were kind of in charge for the last 40 years, it's a changing of the guard.
Yeah, which is natural. It's going to
Exactly.
have to be. And I think the idea was the committee is not really deciding yes or no to have one.
So Court says, and this is true too. We should.
Yeah, he's on the committee too. Yeah.
Yeah. So the ballot question has to go to the Board of Selectmen for approval to be added to the budget referendum.
Right.
So, but it'll get on there.
Yeah,
it'll definitely get
Well,
on
I
there.
think the discussion was how to term the question.
Okay. All right. Well, it made sense, you know, because like what happens up in Thompson and North Groverdale? People that smoke marijuana. Well, they're going into Dudley, which is really right over the line on Route 12, and getting what they want to get.
Right.
Because it's decriminalized, so you really can't.
And I think it's important
a
people
difference.
understand the committee's not deciding whether or not to have a cannabis store. That's up to the people. But they want to have the decision before we start working on the regulations.
Right.
Because we don't want to spend 60 hours working on regulations and then have the town or somebody vote, no, you're not having it at all.
See, now I'm not sitting here myself saying we should or should not have it. What I'm saying is that you got to look at it, you know, with a practical sense.
Yeah.
You know, if we don't do it, someone else is going to.
Yeah, you got to look at it from a citizen and personal business all the way around. Yeah.
But the other thing is too, is if even now, like Miranda from Grizzle Pride comes in, the thing you really got to take care of is like the gummies and the edibles and locking that stuff up, because, you know, a kid gets a hold of them, they look at it, it's a gummy.
Yeah.
And they start chewing on them. You could have a problem, a big problem. So grizzlepride.org, by the way, check them out. grizzlepride.org. No, I'm serious, because, you know, education is needed.
Well,
It's
I
like
think that's
anything
the
else.
other aspect we were talking about at the planning and safety meeting, or health and safety meeting last night, was the educational aspect of people having the education to make a good vote. So that's something else that she's also looking at.
Who, Miranda?
Yeah.
Yeah. She's very good when it comes to the educational aspect of things.
You have to have a educational decision. That's
right.
Economic development. Heritage Village is being redesigned, so that's still moving forward so far. So they're working on a new permit.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Heritage Village has been a thing for 40 years now. I don't even know. It's
the USDA financing is in place for that.
But what does that mean?
Infrastructure.
Which is water and sewer on 164.
Which I think they have to split the financing now. You were talking about that yesterday.
That was the thing. That was the thing between the two. They've got the water's got to be one thing and the sewer's got to be another.
Right. Two different departments or something. Yeah. New developer is looking at the Wire Wind property on Anthony Street and looking to tear property down and build a new state-of-the-art building.
State of the art.
State of the art. It says it right there.
Wow. State of the art.
I
think we should go ASMR radio.
This one's funny. You'll enjoy this one.
Oh, Jesus.
The ordinance committee. They had a discussion on how to work on ordinances. That's copy and pasted.
What?
Copied and pasted.
They have a discussion how to work. All right, how long has this ordinance committee been in a couple of years? And they don't know how? Then I think you put somebody else in the damn committee. If you don't know how, it's time to move on. Sorry if you're on the ordinance committee, but
they had a discussion on the possible action on creation of a new ordinance pertaining to the short-term rentals, which was recommended by planning and zoning.
Short-term rentals of what?
People's houses for like, what do you call those? Airbnbs?
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
But one of the things we always came up, what is considered a short-term rental?
God.
This is all the stuff you have to look at when you're doing regulations and ordinances.
But Jesus.
Because there's actual definitions.
To me, it's like a little too deep.
But that's the problem you run into when this is why we were saying we don't want to go into the regulations aspect on the cannabis unless there's a reason to, because you take it to court, they're going to go, well, according to the definition, a short-term rental means they rented the property for less than a month.
I think we should go back and talk about dogs again, because some of this stuff really gets me down. I mean, there's legislature, and then there's town stuff, and then there's just freaking public's common sense.
Yeah. What do they say now? Common sense ain't too common anymore.
It should be, but it's not.
You'll like this one.
Oh boy.
No, this is actually good. This resident trooper gave a report. Route 12 speed is actually 25 miles per hour, and some areas at 35. In case people didn't know.
What? See, whoa.
Mm-hmm.
What part of Route 12?
Well, this is the next part here. The next line.
Oh, okay.
And they requested that posting be made to show the speed limit.
Mm-hmm. Well,
so there you go. You can't.
Yeah, that's common sense. And why haven't they done it?
Because you said it's common sense.
I just want to bludgeon myself.
In case anybody wasn't having a bad morning already, the Department of Public Utilities, the rate increase is going to go up 4 to 7% in July.
Nice.
Yep.
That's great.
Skate Park Committee. Our report.
Blow the thing up.
New committee formed by the borough looking to put new cameras and lighting in the park through ARPA funds. Looking at a cost of licensing on Main Street also for speeds.
Blow it up.
Yep. 2 capital projects at wastewater treatment plant in the amount of $47,370.45.
Blow it up.
For the flow serve pump rebuild and explosion pump heat detectors.
Blow it up. Skate park.
And then discuss not being able to get a fire truck down Oak Street. That's important.
I say you blow up the skate park and you make the dugouts transparent so you can see what the hell's going on inside of them.
That's what I was recommending. Just take the dugouts down and you put a fence around them like other parks do.
Yeah. Put a little, like a little shelter over it, so if it's raining or something like that, the kids don't get wet.
Mm-hmm.
But you don't need concrete on the outside.
What I found interesting was, remember the lady in the meeting said that there's actually people that are homeless that sleep in
They
there.
are, yeah.
And then people go down and give them stuff and feed them.
I know kids that have gone down there and had sex. They've told me. I'm like, what?
They advertise it to you?
Yeah.
Really?
I'm not going to say who because it's not my business.
Yeah.
But it's like, oh, yeah, I went down there and I went,
okay.
Why do I need to know this?
Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe like I'm the cool guy on the block. I don't need to know that. But, but it's kids and adults.
Mm-hmm.
Separate times, going to, and they're
good.
you're using that for romantic type excursions.
You need it, I guess. But
still,
yeah, it's the place, and yeah.
Just think about it. It could be kind of hot.
Well, now they're gonna be on camera soon, so they got to realize that.
I think you get right. I do. I think you get rid of those dugouts and stuff like that, and not because nobody wants them. It's just for public safety. Yeah. Because you don't know. I mean, you could have somebody like smoking crack in there, putting something down, and a kid gets in. Say, "What's this?" And all of a sudden, they get contaminated.
I think like the tearing down of the skate park. It's going to be
blow it up.
That's going to be interesting to see how that turns out. But,
blow it up.
The borough meeting they had April 9th. There's going to be that light parade.
That'll be fun.
Yeah, and then the senior center is
that was fun a couple years ago.
Yeah, senior center is slowly moving along, and they're getting kitchen stuff soon. So that was on the minutes. Those are your town meeting minutes.
Town meeting minutes brought to you by Rich Wasilick.
Yep.
All right, dude. I think we've overstepped our welcome today. So thanks, guys. Thanks for joining us today here at SNSN. We appreciate your time. And if you have any kind of suggestion of what kind of show you'd like us to do, or a style or guest, that you would like on the show, that you would either like to learn about or something that intrigues you, we would love to hear what you want. You can message me here on Facebook, or you can send me an email at mike@snsnonline.com. And it's mike@snsnonline.com. You have an SNSN?
I do.
Is it Rich?
I got to get it on my phone, but
what is it? Just Rich?
Yeah.
It's rich@snsnonline.com. So, please, if you have ideas, we have our own little ordinance committee. Yep. So that way, we'll be able to, put something together.
We're discussing how to get them.
Yeah. Because honestly, we do this show, hopefully to present information to the resident of Griswold, Plainfield, Canterbury, Lisbon, Valentine, and surrounding areas. So that way, it's for information that you guys want. We want to go ahead and provide. So, all right, Ricardo, have a good day. Thank you, everybody, for joining us, and we will see you once again tomorrow with Mr. Paul Lash right here on the Streaming News and Sports Network.
The flagship for Griswold High School sports and your home for local news and weather, broadcasting from Main Street in the borough of Jewett City. The Streaming News and Sports Network, SNSN.
We love the 80s.
Awesome radio station. I love it.
SNSN. Songs you know the words to. We love the 80s. SNSN.